All right, team, this is Rickey Beasley with CrossFit SolaFide. This is week 7 class logistics. So what I wanted to do is take you a quick tour of this facility. It is a rectangle and it's 100 feet long by 75 feet deep. As you walk in the facility here, you're gonna go from right to left. We have some wall space, 44-foot rig, which is 10 squat stands, into a gap here with the barbells. And then over on the left-hand side, you're gonna see a 25-foot rig, which is 6 more squat stands with various wall ball targets. Around the front here, if I'll flip around, we have a wall over there, we can move that equipment. And then for here, we have our front desk, athlete area, fridge, and like a little table for people to sit on. As you can see, these are gonna be the rope climb positions that I'll talk about later on. So they're here. And then in the back of the gym, we have our echo bikes, some more wall space back there that we can move some stuff if we need to. We have our boxes, we have our male and female bathrooms, water fountain, locker area. Cool. As I walk around the side over here, we have our dumbbells lined up on this wall. Then we have the kids' room right here. And then in this corner back here is kind of like the odd object stuff that doesn't fit, which is that reverse hyper, a yoke that Sophia is using right now, and then a belt squat, all right? And then we'll walk into this office and get started with the outline and the workout. All right, so what I have on the board is just what you saw, the outline in black, things we can't move in red, things we can move in green. Blue is just dimensions, X's are rope climbs, or rope positions, and circles are the wall ball targets that we're not gonna really use today. But workout that I chose today was the 3 rounds, 75 double unders, 21-15 echo bike, into 5 front squats, 225 and 155, and then followed by 3 ropes, rope climbs, sorry. So limitation here for us is gonna be that rope. We have 6 of them with an additional 2 that we can remove that are in the back of the gym here and put out inside of like a high bat wing on a rig to where people can do their zombie climbs or climb halfway like to a 12-foot rope, right? So let's just say we have 6 to 8 to work with. How I would do this is I would take our echo bikes, I would move them to the front of the rig, letting that rig be that barrier for that rope. As people climb it, that tail likes to whip around a little bit. And then instead of these echo bikes being here, because they're in the front, we're gonna lay the barbells out back here in the back, all right? So what I would typically do here in this thing is have double unders across the front, into echo bike, that's the first 2 movements, and then transition to the back of the rig for those front squats from the floor, ideally squat clean in the first one, and then 4 unbroken front squats. From there, into their rope climb, and then they start that cycle back over again. So there's a clear line of transitions on the outsides and the middle of the rigs to get to the back, so that rope climb is safe and you don't have to walk through the rig by any means with that rope being utilized, right? For this, I would probably put 6 to 8 people in the front, more than likely to start, right? Depending on which rope they are, I would pair similar fitness levels. And then every 2 minutes to 2:30, depending on the speed of people in the prep round, I would start a second group. So by the time they get through their echo bike and move over to the barbell, that next group is starting on that double under. This could be more relative though, so if someone's already all the way through, you can start, you don't have to wait on that 2:30, because that's kind of where we would be at, because we're pairing up similar fitness levels. If I get a bigger class than that, what I would do is I would call an audible, and I would start people on the echo bike, and then another group on the front squats. That would create a gap in between how long it's going to take them to do their front squats and the rope climbs for the echo bike. So what it would look like is they would start on echo bike, one would start on front squats, and then they would just run through the workout. So front squats to rope climbs to double unders to echo bike to restart. And then that other group would be echo bike, front squats, rope climbs, double unders, restart. It does change the order of things and the fatigue of things when you reach things. At the end of the day, they're still working for that same 4 to 5 minutes around, looking at that 12 to 15 minutes. And I could probably streamline that a little bit more, and then we would scale appropriately. All right, I know this is a little bit longer than the 4 minutes, but with that tour, it takes about a minute with our facility. So if you have any questions, definitely looking forward to the feedback on this one, on how to waterfall this a little bit better if we have, upwards of 20 people in some classes. All right, thanks team, see you.